that's certainly going to become important too. Boeing's Softicrad, the only known illustration that I've ever been able to find on this particular aircraft. It was a stealthy troop insertion aircraft. Anywhere between 24 and 36 troops can be used in this particular design that had a vertical takeoff capability. Up here you see the Humvee being loaded into the aft end of this craft. And then I always like to point out that in this document it says range and wind tunnel tested. So at the very least, something called Softicrad was either built, flown, or a test model. Wind tunnel test model was actually built of this particular aircraft. Vintage 1960s report from Lockheed on an infantry in-ground effect aircraft that could actually take an entire infantry division on a combat run. You'll see the cutaway here of helicopters, armored personnel, small tanks, troop transport. They have different aircraft all embedded in this entire ship. So would have been a logistical nightmare to do the structural analysis, but again, it was an actual paper designed by Lockheed. 1976 report from McDonnell Douglas specifically talking about gigantic lenticular, disc-shaped craft, diamond-shaped craft that are lighter than air vehicles, between 600 and 800 feet in diameter, gigantic cargo lifters. So just making the point that the next time you go out at night and you see this gigantic 800-foot diameter ship that's floating silently over your head, just remember it might be one of ours via this 1976 McDonnell Douglas report. Skyship project talking about a heavy lifter construction, lighter than air vehicle with a 400-ton capability, the same type, almost conventional dirigible design, just illustrating that the whole concept of airships being phased out is completely false. It's at the cutting edge today. Now these aircraft have been seen in Belgium in the early 90s, also in southern Illinois in the late 1990s, have been sighted all over the world, completely silent. This article asked the question, lighter than air vehicles, are they on the rise? They're absolutely, definitely on the rise, and you can see just a sense of scale here. We've got a little ship down here, and then this entire deltoid blimp is dwarfing this ship at the bottom, so just to give you a size of scale on this particular aircraft. Now this is an accurate illustration of what was seen by over 25,000 eyewitnesses in the Hudson Valley area. Reported a boomerang flying wing type configuration with a single sawtooth trailing edge. There was a series of light patterns on the port and starboard undersurface of the aircraft and one large light at the bottom center part of the aircraft. Now the official government explanation on this is that this was nothing more than a group of crackpot ultralight pilots flying at night in formation. That was the explanation. That is what they said it was. So, you know, here we have an ultralight pilot here, and of course this would be at night, and you'd be flying no more than 20 feet from the other guy, so that's very dangerous. But they forgot to mention that practically all ultralights are powered by a two-cycle Rotax 447 engine that you can hear between 3 and 5 nautical miles away. So it's not consistent with what the eyewitnesses reported hearing and seeing. So we can throw that particular explanation out the window. Lenticular re-entry vehicle by North American Aviation, a 1960s proposal for their atomic bombing platform, a rapid response bombing platform. The F-108 Rapier was a complementary design, something that was to fly as a wingman to the North American Aviation XB-70. A full-scale half part of the mock-up was actually built and never actually went into production. So that's the F-108 Rapier. Our report here, patent number 5,984,231, speaking about a forward swept wing Northrop Mach 3 interceptor aircraft that would be carrier based. So there's some good evidence to indicate that we have something in the inventory that looks like this in the field at this time. Moving on to the top secret TR-3A Black Manta, also known as the Manta Ray. Top secret, reshaping the look of America's air power. This is from Popular Mechanics. This particular aircraft was used in conjunction with F-117s during Desert Storm in 1991. It was used as a digital real-time